How sexy is this? The AZ12 podcast presented by Little Caesars. Code LCFREECC. I went there and I got pizza and free crazy bread yesterday, as did Cody James Martin. This is true, Cody James Martin.
This is true.
I got
the pretzel pizza and the new Mountain Dew Mango Rush.
Right. Very, very good. We're going to talk about that a ton, but get out there and real time it, everybody. Real time it. Sure, you need to real time this. You need to real time going there.
I did.
No, but like getting the food, like the actual, yeah. Also, get to Baggins as well, everybody. Today, I'm going to Baggins and Little Caesars. I will real time both of them. Rage is already in the comments, Rage. We'll get to you in a minute. All right, but anyways, maybe we won't. All right, we've got a lot to get to today. Arizona basketball has hired a new coach. I love this hire. Now, I was sworn to secrecy not to tell anybody, but I told Sheer. But when I finding out about this about a month ago, Sheer, here's what I think we need to do, and you're the expert on a lot of this stuff. I'm just the peon. But I want to say, I had a couple people message me, people that are much smarter than me, who were saying that, you guys were playing this up like this was a big-time hire. I've never heard of this guy. Nobody has heard of almost all assistant coaches. I can name like 2 assistant coaches in all of college basketball, and one of them is Orlando Antigua, just because of the nonsense with Illinois fans. Arizona needed somebody young, driven, and wanted to recruit. This is him, Sheer. As the kids would say, I'm him, or whatever that term is.
Yeah, it was weird. Someone messaged me too and was like, wow, this is the guy you guys were blowing up. And it's like, we didn't blow him up. We said he was a solid assistant. And yeah, you're right. I think your average college basketball fan doesn't know the difference between an assistant. There's some of the best assistants in college basketball. And I think the majority of people can't name them, which is fine. I mean, they're assistant coaches,
Right.
The thing is with Brandon Chappell is he's solid, right? Like he's going to work hard. Again, am I super familiar with his work? No, but what I do is I text a few people and I say, have you heard of him? And no one's said anything bad about him, and say that, the rep he has is that he's a really good guy and he works hard, and that's good enough for me.
That's good enough for me. If Murph vouches for him, I vouch for him. Well, not that anybody cares if I vouch for him, and we're going to get to Aaron Gordon, trust me. But no, I mean, here's what this comes down to at the end of the day. And again, I don't want to beat up Steve Robinson because, again, this is a guy that's done a lot of good in college basketball. He's got, like I said, but he didn't recruit at all. Arizona, in my opinion, if you've got a coach like Tommy that is going to be very, very selective on who he offers, and, I think it very much helps to have 3 eyes on the ground, or not 3 eyes on the ground, 6 eyes on the ground. Is that right? 6 eyes? 3? Whatever. It doesn't matter. 3 pairs of eyes on the ground. And honestly, because this also makes things easier. Because you've already got TJ, who's killing it in state. You got Murph, who's doing all the clutch kids and international and all that stuff. And now you got somebody that can do Texas, that can get into a lot of different areas. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, it's the one thing I'm very intrigued by. I think the biggest intrigue is Tommy going to let him offer? Will there be more offers?
Right.
Like that's it. Like now you have 3 coaches that recruit. You have 3 coaches that'll hit the road and all that and have connections. Like for instance, Chappell, right? Like he's got to have connections with guys he recruited at Texas.
Right.
If he goes to Tom and he goes, Tommy, I think, we offer him more than his top 5 right away. Boom. Let's get this done. Does Tommy say, okay, yeah, let me just ski him one time and then let's go for it? I don't know. That to me is the biggest intrigue. If you're going to hire a guy like Chappell, you need to be able to go out there and kind of let him go to work.
Yeah, and honestly, I like that too. Also, Kendrick Perkins with a really, really we will talk to him about AZ12 prep. That is going to be something that's going to have to be addressed at some point. But Kendrick Perkins, my friend, what's never been said about an Illinois school? That it's one of the most prestigious in all of college basketball. K-Perk said that yesterday.
He did. Your boy, you're a big Kendrick Perkins fan.
I am a huge Kendrick Perkins fan. That was actually really cool, though, what he said. I got a lot of bandwidth out of that.
Yeah. Anytime you get the national media and then he says something like that, it's a good day.
Yeah, do more of that. All right, so we're going to break up recruiting sections here and how this gets going here. But first of all, we got to pay a few bills. Also, you guys, this is going to be an all-hands-on-deck approach because we have our guest segment at 11:15, and Cody James Martin will be signing off at 11. So that means that I am going to be running things technologically. Yikes.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so again, all hands on deck. Yeah, hide the women and children. Okay, let's get a couple reads in here.
We're off to a resounding start.
Yes, we are off to an amazing start. All right. Well, in the meantime, go to Baggins. Yes, Baggins. Code AZ12. I'm going to Baggins after the show, and then I'm getting Little Caesars tonight. I'll probably be. I will. Might be refereeing some basketball games. Cody, are you going to play these or no? Maybe not. Okay, so I will be getting. All right, I'm going to read Baggins here first. So Baggins, then get Baggins. Sheer, have you been to Baggins lately?
I need to go.
Yeah, I know. You need to real-time this, too. Baggins, use code AZ12 for 15% off. Get the Albuquerque turkey, my friends. Yummy, yummy in Shear's tummy, and a chocolate chip cookie as well. Use code AZ12 for 15% off. Our good pals at Baggins. Everybody follow Dennis Walsh's lead. Dennis Walsh has been there, up in there all the time. We need people in there like Dennis Walsh. Okay, and AZ Jazzman. We're going to talk about him in a little bit. He basically criticizes me for everything. But he did say that, and he said I would never get any sponsors, but he did say that he likes Baggins. So if AZ Jazzman, who is very unhappy person most of the time, at least with his interactions with me, likes Baggins, you would like Baggins. Now, Bridge Tech Communications. I went to the gym earlier today. I wake up at 6. Some people wake up at 6:30 p.m. Sheer. Some people wake up at 6:30 a.m. Mike, guess what, Sheer? I don't have to worry about the early gym, though, because Bridge Tech Communications lets me know where it is.
Look at you.
That's so good. Yes. And our good friend Tony. We like 750% average ROI. Sure, this is true in your business. Do you like that?
Hard to complain. That's a good number.
Yeah, it's better than 749. So either way, check it out. 100 plus health entities across multiple states. Tony is the guy. Big fan of the show. We like Tony. Yes, it's AZ Jazzman 21, Mr. Tyler Warden, who goes at me nonstop. And Sheer, he was saying mean stuff to Sheer yesterday. I don't like it. All right, now. X gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you. Ben one white. All right, Comfort X HVAC, my friends. All right, now, I don't know where this cold front came from, but it's just teasing you because it's telling you it's about to get really hot and you better make sure your air conditioning is working. Sure, this is true.
This is true. It's going to get hot like tomorrow. I think it's going to be in the 90s. So
yeah, yikes.
Don't fall for it.
Don't fall for it. I'm going to be playing golf tomorrow, by the way. First-time clients get a free AZ12 shirt. How cool is that? Free, yeah. So go there and help us, help you, and help yourself as well. Comfort X HVAC, they're doing an amazing job. Perfect track record built on trust for the long haul. Small business with big savings. Okay, now, all right, Chappell, and then we're gonna talk Aaron Gordon here because I forgot my pen, so I don't know where my pen is. So all right, now with Brandon Chappell though, my friend, so Texas, does that become more of a target then for Tommy Lloyd?
You would think so, based on connections, but we'll see.
Yeah, but
that's the question.
Right. How much? Let me ask you this: how much do you think though that this is a little bit of a relief for Murph and TJ to have another grinder out there?
Well, that I'm sure that I could say with confidence, the ability to send a guy and trust his evaluations and all that, and that is going to recruit a prospect aggressively is a big deal.
Yes. So very, very good. Like I said, very good stuff. It's going to be, like I said, too. He's got a long track record with Murph. Murph vouches for him, so we will take that for what it's worth. Murph. Okay, now let's talk a little bit Aaron Gordon. Shear's not a big NBA guy. I was watching it live last night, as was Ben One White and John Brogan. Who would have ever thought that Aaron Gordon is making free throws and game-winning three-pointers in advanced level conference games in the MNBA? Sheer, he has come a long way. He is like we were proud parents watching over.
His have you seen the shooting splits for last season and this season?
No, are they better?
Aaron Gordon, I have the tweet pulled up. Aaron Gordon has taken one of the biggest single-season jump shooting leaps I've ever seen from a player his age. Last season, he shot 29% from three, 29% from mid-range, 65% from the free throw line. This season, 43% from three, 50 from mid range, 81 from the free throw line.
Can you send me that? That's an amazing stat. Send me that.
Yes, I can, Michael.
Send that in group.
I guess.
You know what I liked about Aaron Gordon when he was at the U of A as well is that, now listen, there were some things. The whole thing about pretending to be a small forward here was stupid. But at the same time, though, you knew Aaron Gordon, there was no chance that he wasn't going to be a good MNBA player. Now, at what level, who knew? But defensively, you knew that he was going to be elite. He was going to be able to finish. And his offensive game, if it caught up to his defensive game, or at least somewhere, he was going to be a borderline all-star. He's good. He's a good basketball player.
Yeah. The guy's, I mean, there's no doubt the guy's talented. Shooting was his issue. It still was his issue. But now if he's going to become a solid shooter, I mean, sky's the limit for him, right?
Hey, I got some new mom Luke basketball observations. She's still sleeping.
I get so excited by this stuff.
All right, so keep in mind. Now, my mother is she is so dispirited by politics that she just watches MNBA. That's all she does. She forces my dad in the evening, who doesn't like sports, to watch MNBA. And
it's a ball knower. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, she knows ball, but he pretends to watch. Meanwhile, he's like thinking about the latest World War II novel he's going to go buy or something. So, anyways, she said her whole time here DeAndre Ayton was one of her least favorite players ever because she said he doesn't try hard. Well, I got to give my mom some credit on that. That turned out to kind of be, I mean, that is DeAndre Ayton's problem. I mean, now the problem though with my mother, just like me, is she takes it too far. She then says that Oumar Ballo, leader of men, is better than DeAndre Ayton. No, he's not. But her latest point is a new one. I like this one a lot. Jokic isn't that good, because Jokic doesn't have all the big dunks. Jokic doesn't fly through the lane like Anthony Edwards does. Yeah.
Janet's a ball knower.
Yeah, but she will not back down from it. That's what I like about it. She will.
What does that sound like?
Yeah, no, that was. It sounds like somebody. Ballo does care more than Ayton, though. I got to give him a lot of credit for that. But either way, Jokic. I'm going to go on record and say Jokic is good.
God. I was thinking about your top 5 NBA thing. We might have to debate that on the show.
All right. Yeah, we can do that. You want to do that tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay. Jokic is the least athletic elite basketball player in MNBA history. Him and Bird.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. But either way, oh, wait, Boiler Cat, watch your mouth. But yes, Jokic is the best player in the MNBA. And yes, Ballo is not good compared to Ayton. But either way, I just wanted to...
Also, Janet's a big spacer. Huge spacer.
No, she's like me. She actually likes... here's where my mom is with basketball, and I've been able to drill this in... Oh, that sounds terrible. I was about to... yeah.
No, that doesn't sound bad.
All right, well, either way, yeah. So, I've been able to sear this in her memory. It's more important to have guys that can score, because if you got guys that are limited basketball players, but they're good shooters, guess what? It doesn't really work that way. You need people that can score. That's why Arizona basketball was better offensively when it mattered this year. That's for you, Boiler Cat. Okay, now, yes, Nick Arena says Anthony Edwards is like a young Kobe, bad person but a baller. Yeah,
I don't really. Why is Anthony Edwards a bad person?
Oh, he's a crummy person. He's
just a giving father.
He's had 3 kids. And listen, I'm sorry if this offends anybody. Anybody that willingly does not want to be with their kid, that
I will say this. We agree, but I will give him a little bit of credit, just a little bit.
Oh, for paying her for 18 years.
He paid her. A lot of athletes wouldn't even pay her.
I get all that, but at the same time, though, if you're an intentionally absentee father, then I don't know what else to say. That's let's see. I actually do like the Pacers tonight if Mobley isn't playing. So anyways, we'll get to that. Okay, now back to Aaron Gordon. It's a pretty cool thing to watch. He has kind of, somebody put that in there. He said that he's kind of taken on that Iggy role to a certain degree. I like that. So we will go with that one. Okay, now moving on here, Boiler Cat. I'm watching Boiler Cat in here. Boiler Cat had a very nice comment about me on the boards. Well, I was getting annihilated on one of the threads that you told me to post, but I take the blame for. Boiler. Oh, yeah, hard to believe that would ever happen. Boiler Cat said, I think he said something like, if loving Mike Luke is wrong, then I don't want to be right. Yes! What?
Yeah, you're like a disease.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. I'm like a venomous rat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, all right. So now let's talk a little bit about the Arizona. Oh, that was me, Mike, that said that. Nick Arenas. Well, I do apologize. Then it was somebody I thought somebody had said that. Yeah, I'm like a fungus. All right. So Arizona basketball on the perimeter. Our guy Ndogger was messaging me, and Ndogger actually likes ADO more than some folks do. He's with me on this one. Let me ask you this, Sheer. Would how do I put this? Do you think, along with Cody James Martin, that ADO will be the starting small forward next year?
No. What?
You and Cody were both saying that.
No, I was not. Cody was definitely
Cody.
I was not. I definitely did not say that. I said it would be funny if it happened.
Yeah, I like ADO. I don't know what else to say. I like ADO.
If Carter goes pro, Carter stays in the draft, I think ADO starts next year.
Sheer, do you want to back? Sheer, Cody generally backs you on everything. Do you want to like Ben One White? Do you want to?
I understand where Cody's coming from, but there's definitely got to be. I think there's a mystery Euro or someone out there that is pretty much locked to start.
I sent you who it is.
Yeah, you want to tell everyone his fake name?
No, that's his name. No, it's not a fake name.
Mike, that's the dude on Uncle Drew. Mike sent me the name of a basketball player that literally is the main character in Uncle Drew.
No, he's an in-state basketball player.
Where?
You Google him. I said it.
Go ahead, Google him.
Jones. Everybody
on.
What is it? It's like a cesarean or something.
Cesarean?
No, that's not what it is. Hold on.
You told me his name is Casper Jones.
Yeah, that's not it. That's not right. It's do you know who I'm talking about?
No, there's no in-state anybody.
Yes, there is. I'm gonna find it right now. Found it. You lie. You're wrong. Kasperian Jones. Look up Kasperian Jones.
Kasperian Jones. Nope. There's no one named Kasperian Jones.
Oh, come on. There's something in here. I got to find this now. It's going to bother me.
There's no Kasperian.
Yeah, there is. No, he's yeah, hold on. Nope. Hold on.
Nope. This is awesome.
Oh, Caspian Jones. Found him. Boom.
I thought you weren't supposed to give that up.
That doesn't matter.
Caspian.
What do we think of Caspian Jones as our starting small forward next year?
Isn't he a high school kid?
Yeah. We're keeping it freshman.
How'd you find him? I'm just curious.
I'll tell you more afterwards. Keep an eye on this kid, though. Yeah, he's not bad. Keep an eye on him. No, check it out. Check this guy out.
Caspian Jones.
Yes.
He has a profile.
He does have a profile. Mm-hmm.
No offers whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. He's under the radar. Yes. Look at his numbers at St. Mary's.
Anthony Ray tweeted about him.
Yeah. Oh, what did he say?
Anthony Ray wrote a whole article about him. So he's an Anthony Ray guy.
Okay.
Mike, you're going to flip people out with this.
What do you got? Talk to me.
He went to Pangos. He played well there. Yeah, there you go.
I'm just telling you, it's somebody to keep an eye on. That's all. I'm not kidding either. It's somebody to just keep an eye on. That's it. I'm not saying he's going to be the starter next year.
Mike is saying a St. Mary's no-star freshman coming in there, folks.
Yeah, well, Sheer, you got to admit though, it does.
Harder. Does St. Mary's even know who cares?
Yes, they do know who he is. I will tell you the story about how I did find out about this, though. It is kind of an interesting story.
Is he going to play next to Dylan?
Either way, just keep an eye on him. I don't know. Nothing might materialize, but I know that there is some intrigue.
He'd be a solid walk-on. I'm dead serious.
All right. Either way, that's what I'm just going to. I will leave it at that. I told you, though, this guy existed.
No, you told me his name was Casper Jones, and then you said Caesarian Jones.
Caesarian Jones? Oh, I said Caesarian Jones. Yeah, Caspian
and then
Jones.
C-section Jones, and then we finally got to Caspian Jones.
Yeah, you had never heard of him.
If Arizona started Caspian Jones at the 3.
What if it's a situation? Oh, Bruce is going to write him up. I could totally see. I'm going to send this out and then see what
Or
Bruce.
Caspian. What if Caspian Jones gets a hold of this? We love you, Caspian
We love you, Caspian. I'm telling you, though, they do know who he is. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, I'm glad they know. TJ, I don't know if you're talking to TJ, but TJ knows every player in the state. I've never seen anything like it.
No, it wasn't TJ that told me, but I see NAU and Caspian Jones. Caspian Jones is getting so much run on this show. It's good for him. I should post later Caspian Jones' thoughts. I actually am going to post that. Okay, anyways, just a name, like I said, nothing might happen from it, but put him in our farm system. We'll put him in our farm system at AZ12 Prep. Oh, this is exactly why we need AZ12 Prep, Sheer.
Absolutely.
All right, now let's talk about Carter. I was beat up by Sergio Macias. It's a great name. He said, "Mike." First of all, he took all in the comments. He took all of my cliche things that I don't like, and he said, "Mike doesn't know ball. He doesn't know this." He said, "Carter was never coming back." I knew it. Carter was never coming back. I'm Sergio Macias. We're about to find out. We're going to find out how well Carter tests. And unfortunately, I do think that he will.
I saw Giovanni had a good article today that was basically like, if this team is in the top 4, this is who they should draft. If they're not in the top 4, this is who they're likely to draft. And he didn't have Carter in the lottery, but he did have Carter, and he said Carter's in the conversation for 8 and 14 to the Spurs. So while he didn't have him, he did say that Carter's in the conversation to go as high as 8.
All right, Big 12 Bobby, the great Big 12 Bobby says Drafter has him at 28. That's what I've been going for. I've been going through. Here's what we need to do, everybody. Draft NBA Draft.net. Here's what we need to do. Everybody out there, find me the 5 drafts that have Carter going like in the late first round or something, and then we will push these as the ones that everybody, including Carter's camp, needs to follow. Nobody else. That's what we need to have happen.
Let's see. There is a new Bleacher Report one. And a new Babcock.
Who's Babcock?
Not Babcock. U of A. You don't know Matt Babcock?
Yeah, I know he is now. I was just going to say, who's Babcock? I'm
just
here we go.
The dorm. He has Matt Babcock, who I don't even know if he is able to do these well. I don't know.
Right.
He has Carter. You should use his. He has Carter at 21.
Perfect. That's all we need. We need Carter at 21.
There you go.
Right. Yeah.
Bleacher Report did a lottery simulator.
Mm-hmm.
And they have Carter at, this is so exciting, live on air. Oh, whoa. Carter's dropping.
Yes. Oh, he's dropping like a rock. He's dropping like a Green Valley decorative rock in Alcatraz.
Dude, this is a weird draft.
What does he have? Where does he have Carter? Like in the second round?
16th.
Oh. Well,
all right. You ready for okay, look. I don't
Jeff
know
Goodman has him undrafted.
I don't know who wrote this. Jonathan Wasserman, who's usually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
To me, this NBA comparison is insane. I want to see your face.
Let me guess. Is it Stephon Marbury?
Marcus Morris.
No.
He's nothing like Marcus Morris.
He's nothing like Marcus Morris at all. Literally nothing.
Isn't Marcus Morris like a big dude too?
He was like 6'8", 250. He was girthy.
Yeah.
He was very girthy, and he was like a power forward.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Yeah, so either way, that's yeah. Well, we will see.
Idiot. Stupid idiot.
Moron. All right, let's get a couple reads in. I got something that I want to talk about with co-LP, because I think it's a good point, but we got to get some reads in here first. Keep in mind, Cody's signing off. We got a lot of reads in here. All this, we're going to do rapid fire. Sheer, we're not doing it. We are not going to do it. Andre Veras, nice try. Get out of here. Did you see he wants to take us to Ojos Locos?
Disgusting. I'm more likely to endorse Carter Bryant as Marcus Morris than I am Andre Veras.
Yeah, we're not going to do it. We just won't do it. We are the Koa Constrictor. That's good. That is really good. But Longview, like I said, we won't do it. But again, you should hop in there, though. Give Andre a call at 520-325-3456 and reference the AZ12 podcast for a complimentary initial meeting. Andre Veras, my friends. Andre Veras. All right. But again, no endorsing Longview Insurance and Investments. All right, Cody, keep it coming.
Hurry up, Cody.
Sheer!
What?
Sheer, where are you?
What's going on?
Holy, everybody's gone. Oh, Arizona Primary Eye Care is back. Whew. Got nervous there for a second. AccuView is now offering $400 towards contacts, $150 for disposal. Massive shout out to our good friend Cheryl. Again, life happens, and Cheryl, everything's gonna be all right. But again, just thoughts out to Cheryl for sure. 4 routine locations and proud partner of Arizona Athletics. Get in there, everybody. Fill them up right now. Fill them up, Ben One White style. Check it out now. Green Valley Decorative Rock. Sheer, the news about Alcatraz.
I mean, and it is huge news.
This is massive.
I wrote some emails this morning to see if it is true and how we could get Green Valley Decorative Rock kind of working with them.
Now, Claire Cook says, I've been out of the country for 3 weeks. What's the latest on JB? He's back. He's declared for the draft, but he'll be back.
He didn't make the combine or the JV combine, so
he'll be back. Yeah. All right. But either way, Green Valley Decorative Rock, 2 convenient locations. Again, I don't know if Mike Natowski will actually deliver out to Alcatraz, but I'm pretty sure in this day and age, everything's on the table. Everybody. So again, check it out though. But they're also in Tucson. They're not just in Green Valley, and they're not just in they're not in Alcatraz. But
they're not in Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Alcatraz.
Yeah, we can get back to, like I said, we're going to be able to, I'm going to take a picture next month when I'm in front of Alcatraz with the Green Valley Decorative Rock saying, welcome to a rock. Okay. Serving residents and contractors, Green Valley Decorative Rock. Okay. All right, what else we got? Cody, keep them coming. Keep them coming because you're going to have to sign off here in a minute. Keep them coming. Everybody, this is going to be a rare one. We're going to do rapid fire. Okay, RJ's Frozen Cactus. Everybody, we are going to be up at RJ's Frozen Cactus. I will be up there at 6:30. P-Hoff, you're a Gen Zer. Get your Gen Zer friends up there. We will be talking the UFC fight. I know nothing about it, but I will be drinking and having a good time. Sheer knows everything about UFC. He won't be drinking, but he will be having a good time.
Yeah, I might have a beer.
Yeah. All right. Well, either way, check it out. And again, you can fly your that private jet, whatever you got. You can do it. You can hang out in the parking lot there, RJ's Frozen Cactus, or come inside and drink with us. No bad seats in the house. It's going to be a good time. I don't know who's fighting. I'm going to be there. You said it's a pretty good. It's a pretty good fight, right?
Yeah, the Jack whatever is it, Madalena or whatever his name is, versus Bilal Muhammad is the main event.
Right, Bilal Muhammad. Yeah. Okay, now, all right, great. RJ's Frozen Cactus will be there. All right, now we're again. Bear with us. Eris Dental. Now you might say to yourself, "This is so good. I've never done this before." I'm just reading them rapid fire, and then we're gonna get all to basketball. RJ's Eris Dental. Sheer Land the Man with the master plan. What do you think's up with Land the Man with the master plan right now? He's probably giving somebody the 1997 championship package.
He's not collecting tongues. I'll tell you that right now.
He is not collecting tongues, my friend. And again, the 1997 package, this woman is very excited. TucsonImplants.com, TucsonTeeth.com. Go in there and get serviced. Dental implants at affordable rates. All right, offer only necessary treatment owned by local Arizona alumni. Eris Dental. Yes, there will be people there. It's not the best card, but it's not a bad card. Maybe back the A-Ray will come. Okay.
It's not a great card. It's not a great card.
It's not a great card, but it's decent. How about that? Okay.
That's what people say about you. You're not the best, but you're pretty decent, Mike.
Okay, now
24/7 is coming out with their rankings tomorrow. I know what they are, but we could discuss those tomorrow. The final.
What is the Koa Constrictor at?
He fell. Not much, but everybody else raised. One of the reasons that he fell is because another Arizona prospect raised.
Braden Burries?
I am not at liberty to discuss it.
Wait a second. Is Dwayne Aristod? Did he move up?
I'm not. Mike, listen to what I'm saying. Koa moved down minimally. The other 2 commits moved up.
There's 3 commits.
American?
Yeah.
Who?
Bryce James, Aristod, and Braden Burries.
I don't even think we have Bryce James ranked, I'll be honest.
I thought you did. Caspian Jones is at 7. Where's Caspian Jones?
Unlimited.
Unlimited. Okay. Future 5-star.
We don't have Bryce ranked.
Okay. All right. Well, you suck.
Was he top 50? Is he top 50 right now?
Who?
Bryce James.
Top 50s? I thought he was top 247.
No, I'm saying, do we have? Yeah. I only have the top 150.
Okay, well, yeah, I don't know, but he was top 247. That's all I care about here. All right, so
I don't know.
All right, but with Koa Pete, though, I'm telling you, though, man, the closer and closer we get, the more and more I think that he's going to. I think he could be. I think he could be Arizona's best player next year.
Do you think Koa Pete is the best player in Arizona's class
for next season?
Sure. In general, if you were ranking him, would you have Koa the highest player in Arizona?
The long-term prospect, I would probably have Braden Elburys. But I do think that he and Koa are going to be very similar impacts next year, and I think people are still discounting how much of an improvement he's going to be over Trey Townsend. Even if it's inadvertent.
I don't think anyone is downgrading or overlooking how much better he is than Trey Townsend.
I think everybody is. There's been no
comments about it. I think everyone is well aware.
Yeah, no, they're not. They're not. Now, Ayaji from Gonzaga to replace Carter.
He's going to Butler.
I was going to say, I thought he was going to like some Midwestern school.
Yeah, Butler.
Yeah. So Coach Tyler Warden. Yeah. All right, now we're going to do our list right now of the five national media folks.
Cody's gone. We don't have our board. We're not doing full draft style.
Oh gosh, that's a good point. Hey, message Cody. We'll do that. We'll do that tomorrow. Then we'll do that tomorrow. Yeah. USC got to replace.
That should be like a Friday thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna message Cody and I'm gonna say, hey Cody, tomorrow, get us a list for. Hold on, just a sec.
Are we doing a draft?
Yeah, Cody. We're going to – the draft is a great idea. We're going to do a 10-person draft. We're going to do a 10-person Alcatraz draft for tomorrow. Make it happen. Okay. Now.
Ooh, we should do an NBA. Someone said we should do an NBA.
An NBA mock draft? I like that idea. We can do that. All right, now AZ Jazzman, real quick. This guy's been listening. This guy's been giving Sheer a lot of guff for years on Twitter. And
I ignore him. Mike has had enough.
I've had enough. So everything this guy has said about me has turned out to be wrong. He said that there's only he said initially there's 6 to 7 people that watch the show. Well, come to find out, you can actually look at that little number up there in the corner.
Everybody knows it's 8.
Yeah, everybody knows it's 8, but sometimes it's 215. And then he said only 215 people watch the show. No, dummy, that's what it is when it's live. Guess what? You can look at the other number and you can look at total views. There's a lot more than that. I do not get this guy, and he keeps giving me advice. He keeps telling me stuff that I'm not going to listen to because all of his advice is wrong, and he's mean to Sheer. So again, buzz off. Okay, now I thought that was actually pretty good. Okay, now, Sheer, we need to talk a little bit more about Arizona football here because we are a football school. And then we got the great Rick Barron's coming in we got the great Rick Barron's coming on here in a minute of the fan segment. But you guys should do top 10 WNBA players going into the new season. Can you name 10 WNBA players?
I'd have to really think about it. I could probably name a lot of girls in the draft.
I think I can. Van Lith.
The thing is, can I count? If I could count college girls, Paige, Anissa Morrow, Kiki from USC.
Who's Kiki? Is that the really good one?
Kiki. Honestly, now that I think about it, I could easily name 10 players.
Okay, well, either way, that's more than I can name. But I want to talk about Kean Burnett here for a second, Sheer. Kean Burnett, if he can stay healthy, I really do believe that this is going to be a massive addition if he can stay healthy, Sheer.
Yeah, similar to what we talked about yesterday, he has to stay healthy. I think he's super talented, but he has to stay healthy. And so it's hard to say, I expect him to do this, this, and this if he can't be on the field. And ideally, the sports hernia or whatever it is fixed and he can be on the field because we trust the offense, right? We trust the ability of Seth Nagy to get Burnett in the best situation possible and be successful compared to what they did, whatever they tried to do with the tight ends last year or with anyone last year. Honestly.
By the way, we got Evan Nelson coming on tomorrow to start the show. You guys should all be happy with that. But let me ask you this, though, and I was talking with Lamont a little bit about this. The thing that I didn't get about, Lamont thinks that, and again, I don't think I'm not breaking in, Lamont's
typical Lamont.
Yeah, Lamont, that guy. What has he ever done? What does he know? He doesn't seem to be as nervous about the O-line as I do because he thinks there's ways you can get the ball out early. They're going to scheme this and that. My only concern with all of that, and again, Lamont knows a lot more than me. My only concern, though, with that is that I don't know how many of these players that are on the line are actually Division I Power 4 players.
Oh, they're Power 4. Come on. They're Power 4.
Starters?
You said players.
Well, I mean, all right, we'll start Power 4 starters.
Yeah, I think I mean, I think DeCamber is a starter. I think Rhino's a starter. I think Bounds is a starter. He started at points. Yeah.
Did Bounds actually ever start at
Not Bounds, Buchanan.
Buchanan, I'm all right with, yeah.
They're starters.
Okay, and so is it DeCamber that's going to be the center?
That would be my guess, yeah. I think
DeCamber
is the center, and they figure out the other stuff.
And who are the two guards?
In an ideal world, the new kid from Albany is good enough to start. I don't know. At the very least, he'll be death.
He'll be dead. Yeah, at the very least, he'll be dead. Sure,
death.
That's what worries me though a little bit is that you're literally talking about
I'm not defending the O-line, Mike. I don't Deuce, your boy Deuce. I don't know about the O-line. I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it's good enough right now. But I think that Daggy is at least smart enough to say, you know what, our O-line isn't good enough. Let's concentrate on the power run game.
Yes,
that's what I mean. Right?
And the delayed handoffs.
Yeah.
Yes. Why am I mad at Kobe L. Thiel? I am mad at Kobe L. Thiel. This guy's a flake.
Why am I mad? I am mad. You should be mad. We don't know.
Yeah, because Kobe L. Thiel said that he was going to come to the watch party, and he's not.
He's not going anymore?
He's a liar. He's a liar and a cheat and a thief. The Mr. Tyler Warden says, I really need Chuba to be an all-con. Wouldn't that be amazing if Chuba was like the ultimate road grader? And he's like he's like the next Jonah. He's like at the second level, just throwing guys out of bounds. That'd be awesome.
Yes.
Hey, I got a question. Are we sure that ASU is going to be good, like really good this year?
I am not. And before ASU fans flip out, I would be of the belief with anybody, you don't just replace Cam Scatterby.
Right.
He was like 80% of your offense. You don't just say like, oh, we're fine.
Right. Not coming to the watch party makes fun of like rack the array, but you've been to many before though, and so is Kobe, so you get a pass. That to me is the worst case is death.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know because I mean Scatterby from a pass catching perspective and a running perspective did like everything for them.
Yeah, and you're focusing on him and you're loading the box and all that, and he's making life easier for everyone else, and yeah.
Right. Lost Highway. Yeah.
Is anyone going to this watch party apparently?
No, I know there's going to be a lot. I'm going to be there. You're going to be there. Maybe they're not.
Me and you.
Watch. Wouldn't it be funny if they have like less people show up because we're there? They're like, man, I know where a place I'm not going to be on Saturday.
David Rosen's not going anymore.
Yeah, David Rosen's not going. Lost Highway, who doesn't like BBN but was the biggest Trey Townsend fan in the world. Maybe he'll be there. I mean, the Gen Zers, they don't get outside of the house. Although I will say that I do believe that Wilbur's Big Burner shows up. I have faith in Wilbur's Big Burner showing up.
If not, I'm gonna be very upset.
If not, it's yeah. And see, back the A-Ray. Arizona and ASU football are actually very similar in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
Every time like Arizona or ASU has a really good season and they return a lot of people, the next year they stink.
It's very cyclical with these two teams, right?
Right.
Like ASU will be good for 3 years and then they'll be bad. Arizona will get 2 or 3 years off and then they'll go back to being bad.
Are you buying the? No, Joseph. I don't think that you live in your parents' basement. I think Joseph lives by himself. I just don't think he ever goes out of the house. That's my guess, anyways.
Is Janet going to be there for the U.S.?
No. That's too late for her. And plus, she doesn't like fighting. She would rather watch MNBA, which I'm fine with. Okay. So, also in the Big 12, everybody's got Arizona at 15. I'm going to sit here and say no. No.
Wait, 15.
Like 15th in the conference? Not going to happen.
Football.
Yeah, I'm going to say not going to happen, my friend. Not going to happen.
What, you on 14?
No, I'm going higher.
Okay. I wasn't going to out you like this, but Mike called me yesterday and said Arizona's going to win 6 games.
Yeah.
This is true. I'm not making it up or trolling.
But you know what's also true? Is that you said that you thought they'd be at 5 for the ASU game. So we're not that far off.
No,
we
I'm
actually
back. Yeah.
Yeah, we're back in the A, baby. We're all in, man. Full steam ahead. Forget what we saw last year. We are in on watching the U of
I like
A.
how we're like, it's like a great year. Like, yeah, I'm willing to go there. I do think Arizona wins 4 games.
Yes, I think. Hey, looking back the A-Ray, I think 6 is a plausible goal. Does Brent Brennan get extended then if they have a 6?
No. But he'll no.
You know what? I did tell, and I've told people this from day one, though, that I think the easiest thing for Desiree would be is if Arizona's losing every game like 58-49.
I'll tell you, the new odds are updated, Mike. Over 4.5 minus 160. So Vegas believes Arizona is absolutely winning over 4.5 games, which would be 5 games, baby, because the under 4.5 is plus 135. So Arizona's a heavy favorite to win 5 games.
Yeah, Arizona's a heavy favorite. If you're a heavy favorite to win 5 games, why wouldn't you just be a heavy favorite to win 6?
Why not 7?
Why
to
not
win
us?
The conference, Mike, Arizona has the worst odds. But
yeah. Well, either way, I mean, you got to crawl before you run or whatever that term is. Yeah, all right, we got Rick Barrett's coming up here in a second. Fan segment, baby. Back the array. Also, you got to message me. We got to get you in on one of these. But first, Little Caesars, my friend. Now, I do apologize. Cody James Martin has left. Everybody, get out to Little Caesars. I went to Little Caesars yesterday. It was very, very tasty.
Do you go cheese or pepperoni?
No, I did the mixed. I got the cheese, and then they got this pizza. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like these little thin slices that it's got like little bacon bits and meat on it. It's quite tasty. It's very scrumptious. And it was like a half and half. And I went there. I went to the one on Grant first. It was all ready for me. They were very, very good. Yes, Gringo Billy says I might be going tonight. Real time that, everybody. Real time this. We need this. But again, very, very good. And again, use that code. You got to use that code, though, because it makes us look good. Otherwise, they don't know that you sent us. So either way, big shout out to our guy, Justin, as well. All right, now, real quick, Vegas Falcon.
Vegas Falcon.
Vegas Falcon is so awesome. You know, Vegas Falcon, we're going to have a watch party up in Vegas for something. And Vegas Falcon, he's like connected there. And he said that he was going to, that he was going to like help us out there. It's really good. All right, let's see here. Vegas Falcon. Put this $20 towards ADO's fee for Tommy's kids camp this summer so we can learn how to defend. The competition will be on. Oh, Vegas Falcon, that is mean. You really have turned this city against ADO in such a way that it's just.
Me?
Yes, you have.
No, this was your fault.
No.
No, because you oversell.
No.
When they don't reach expectations. Similar to Trey Townsend, you told everyone he was going to be the best. You and Joseph said he was going to be the best player in America, and then when he's not, people get mad at him.
No.
I nailed that. That's true.
Yeah, either way, Vegas Falcon, very much appreciate the $20 super snap. Also, I like this low-key flirting between Rage and Shelby that's been going on social media.
It's not low-key.
This is very fascinating. Yes. I was going to say, if you come home and Rage is there as well, what would you do if you walked in and Rage was in your living room?
Nothing. We'd have a nice dinner. Rage is welcome anytime.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. Rage. That's your invite. All right, now we are going to we're going to add the great Rick Barrett to the scene. All right, now again, I'm going to try to make this as seamless as possible. All right, there it is. Oh, Rick Barrett. Hello, Rick Barrett.
Boots on the ground here in
Boots on the ground, baby. Hey, move over a little bit.
Live.
We want to see more of you though, not less. There you go. All right, so you're right in front of Chappell Hill.
I am. Yes. I'm out here in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Boots on the ground, interviewing Bill Belichick, Jordan Hudson, Henry Vasar, Caleb Love made an appearance.
Hey, what's your take on Bill Belichick's significant other?
So I was doing some research, and I don't know if this is true or not. Allegedly, Jordan Hudson actually had a relationship with another elderly man.
Yes, it is true.
Who was 64. So, I mean, I don't know. My opinion is that it's his decision. And ultimately, it sounds like she's running things and UNC is concerned. She might be taking a back seat, getting the PR team from Johnny Depp's trial or Amber Heard, apparently. So should be interesting.
And then cheer you up. Is there any chance that this thing doesn't end poorly for Bill Belichick and for Miss Hudson?
No chance. No chance whatsoever.
Yeah.
You can't recreate that lightning in a bottle.
Oh yeah, I know. So man, when you have that kind of chemistry that those two clearly have,
Did you see the ex too? Like that other dude came to her defense. Was like, no, she's great.
She used me for money too. She's awesome.
Yeah, that's love.
Right. So, go ahead.
We've been asking guests this. Carter Bryant, stay or go? What would you do if you were him, and what do you think he'll do?
If I was him, I would go. Just because I don't know. I feel like you always go back to like the not Ray Harrison. Who's the guy who was
Ray Smith
situation where you risk that injury.
But he gets $1.5 million if he comes back and hangs out with us for a year.
Obviously.
The second part is the draw.
That's the big part.
Personally, I want him to stay, and I'm with Prim on X, praying, hoping that he stays for another year. But yeah, if I was in his shoes, especially with the support he has, I definitely think that he's going to ultimately make the right decision. But I think that right decision is going, especially with apparently all these news articles saying that he's skyrocketing. So I'd say it's gone.
Are you as out on ADO as Sheer and some of the masses are? What's your take on it? Yeah, I can tell Rick Barron's is an ADO guy. I can tell. I like it.
I'm an ADO stan.
Right. Yes. Nice.
Stan. So no, yeah, ADO. I think that if he just got like 1 degree better on defense, where I wouldn't have to just smash my head into my pillow every time he blows an assignment, then I would be like, dude, ADO all the way. Give him 20 minutes a game. Just the intensity that he brings every time he hits a three. I think that that's something that goes overlooked a lot. But no, yeah, I'm a big ADO guy.
Sure.
When you watch Arizona basketball, like, are you of? I guess Mike and I always joke because you mentioned Prim, like the standard. Like, what is your
standard?
Like, your expectations, like going into a season? Are you like, man, if we don't make the Elite Eight, it's just a failure every year. Like, how do you approach seasons as a fan?
So, backtracking here, I first paid attention to Arizona basketball 2013-2014 season, Aaron Gordon's freshman year.
Oh, it's a good year to it's a good year to start following.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so I was like 12 or 13 at the time, and no one in my family really followed Arizona. But I was just I started watching all the games, and obviously made the Elite Eight that year. Should have gone to Nick Johnson against freaking Wisconsin. Don't get me started there. So yeah, I would say my standard is Elite Eight. I mean, I've never even seen us playing in Final Four. I was 3 when we.
Oh, you were a fetus when they were in the Final Four.
So yeah, my standard is pretty low, and so I'm a big Tommy guy. I know he's going to be here for a long time, and so I want him. I'm with you, Mike. I'm a Tommy guy. Give him whatever he wants. He's staying. I need him. So, I mean, anything above the Elite Eight or anything above the Sweet 16 at this point is gravy. So my expectations are pretty low, but when we ultimately cut down the banner, cut down the nets in our region and make it to that Final Four, I will cry.
Do you need dental implants? Because like the championship package.
My tongue removed. I might just go and get my tongue removed because I'm going to be screaming so much.
Hey, how do you know Palmer Hoffman? How do you know P. Hoff?
We went to school together in high school. Desert Christian High School.
Where, Desert Christian?
Yeah, it's on Speedway.
Oh, dude, I went to Saguaro, man. I remember when Desert Christian opened. Yeah, East Side. Yeah, you're on what Speedway in Sarnoff, or it's not Sarnoff. Like it's like by that that fire station.
Yep, right across the street, or right there, right next door to that. But yeah, we're right next to a dump, and then we actually just bought the city owned like a pretty big acreage behind our campus, and we actually finally built a football stadium. We finally got a football team this last year.
Desert Christian has a football team?
Football.
Is that
what division is that? That's got to be like
it's the lowest. It's not 8-man.
Yeah,
it's not 8-man, but it's the lowest of the low.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: is that to keep pace with AZ-12 prep?
Dude, at this point, AZ-12 prep is just a a brainchild, but it's already surpassed.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. Sure.
Can you imagine if we did? I'm still thinking about doing AZ-12 prep. There's got to be word over there in Chapel Hill. Are they talking about it?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's the talk of the town. Bill Belichick is already asking about possible openings.
Yeah,
it's a little too hot for him over here. He's got to maybe get away.
He's looking for his Latina Jordan Hudson out here.
Exactly.
He's like, yeah, bring it out here. All right, now Arizona football. Again, I'm very clear about this. I have no expectations, although I now think we're going to win 6 games. Am I wrong? Tell me, you speak for the younger folks. Am I wrong in saying I just want to be entertained? Just make it entertaining for me. So when I run into P. Hoff and his wife, the stairwell, and we're talking, and Arizona's inevitably losing, but we're having a good time. That's what I want to. That's what I want to see.
I am of the opinion that we can get back to that magic of 2 years ago.
Really?
I don't know. I mean, why not? That year.
Why not us?
That year, I know, but going into that year, I was like, dude, okay, yeah, we've got Tetero McMillan. Fafita is great. I think we can possibly make something happen, but everyone's picking us to be like 11th.
Right.
So, like, why not? Why can't we recreate that magic?
Sure. Why can't we do that?
Why not Arizona? That was Rich Rod's best line ever. We still use that. Why not Arizona?
Did you see the Rich Rod? Some guy tweeted something out, and I thought of Rich Rod and Spears. When some guy tweeted something out, and he said, any coach that's like within 2 states of Texas and doesn't recruit it is a moron. And then I quote tweeted it, and I said, Justin Spears. Because remember when Spears asked Rich Rod about why he doesn't recruit Texas, and he's like, what, everything bigger in Texas? Why would I go to Texas?
Literally the only coach that Arizona's ever had to completely ignore the state of Texas.
Yeah, he's like, I don't need this place. Yay. Noah Fafita, though. Are you a Noah stan? Noah stan. It sounds like it's next to Kazakhstan. Yeah. Very nice. Noah Fafita.
Very nice.
Very nice. How much?
King of the castle.
Yes, king of the castle. King of the castle. All right, go ahead.
I am. I love Noah. I have never seen him in person, but from all reports, he is a lot, like you guys say, a lot shorter than 5 or
11.
5'11". That
he's 5'7". And at max, he's 5'8". Max, he's 5'8".
We're nice people.
Yeah.
I recently just saw a footage of like I think it was a GoPro footage of some sort of spring training camp of like a shorter quarterback. And I don't see how they see anything.
I don't either.
Blind. You're blind. So if you're one of the shortest quarterbacks in the league, I don't know how he does it, but I mean, he did it 2 years ago. So that's the thing. It's like, the offensive line was like, maybe it was a little bit better. We had Jordan Morgan. It was a much better situation, but I mean, how much worse could it be that we had such a drop off in his efficiency,
right?
Which makes me think that he can do it again, just maybe with a few more pieces.
Sure.
Kind of moving back to basketball. Do you think Caleb Love could be an NBA guy?
A what? A what?
An MNBA. I apologize.
Get it right. MNBA. I do. Yeah, I do. I really do think he could be an MNBA guy. I mean, I don't know. I think I saw him on a few draft boards, like 58th pick or something.
Yeah, I did see him on one. I got super excited.
Did you?
Yeah, I've seen him. He's one-on-one. It might have been NBADraft.net, which we like in that case.
No, yeah, I do definitely think. I think what's going to happen. Here's my prediction. He's going to obviously sign to a summer league team, and he's going to have a game where he goes off and gets like 40, and then he's going to sign a 2-way contract with that team, and then who knows? 6 years from now, he's a role player.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like it. I don't know why he can't, because he's bigger than people think. He's a better scorer. He was really good at the end. I think he can do it. Yeah, I think he can. I really think he can do it. He's a much better passer than people think. By the way, do we think is Noah Stan a keeper? Like Arizona?
Absolutely.
I kind of like.
Make sure there's not a country called Noah Stan.
No, there's not. It'd be the only stands that I can think of are like Tajikistan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan.
Look at you.
What about Fafita Stan?
Fafita Stan. It sounds like. Well, I was going to say it also sounds like something where you can get really good Mexican food. Like I'm going to the Fafita Stan, like in South Tucson. It's very, very good. All right. Rage just says, "Do you remember Rex Baumberger?" I don't. No. Sounds like a white guy. Okay. So what are your expectations for though for this season, Rick Barons, the great Rick Barons?
I mean, this seems like an all-in kind of team, and I think I don't know. I feel like we just need to get Lopez or whatever his name is on the phone and be like, can you match whatever NBA team?
Yeah.
Wherever he's projected to go, can you match that? And just maybe pool that with what Arizona already has set aside for that position, and then say, look, you can make more money if you come back.
Right.
And we go all in.
Right. Yeah, we're all money in at that point. Yes. Brian Kinsley. I don't know that anybody's arguing that Joker isn't the best player in the NBA right now. Who's arguing that Joker's not the best player in the NBA?
It's your top 5 list that we got to discuss.
Well, right. My top 5 list is, I don't even think Rick Barons was alive during these.
Shelby just texted me that she might leave me for Rage. Rage just said Shelby's legs with multiple exclamation points.
Whoa.
Rage. Hey, because Rage always has like a half naked lady on his profile picture.
Yeah.
What if
I'm not comfortable anymore.
Yeah. Be very, very careful.
Rage.
Rage is the last Rage is the last person in the world. Sheer and I've talked about this, that we would ever want to offend and get on our bad side. So we are Rage. You do whatever you want. We are.
Wait, what?
Yes. You do whatever you want, Rage. Yes. Okay. Now, Tommy Lloyd. I'm going to be listen. I know people have called me pie in the sky, this or that. I still am annoyed by people that are like, oh, Tommy Lloyd can't recruit. Is this really the guy? Now, granted, I realize that it's a smaller percentage of the population, but there are still some real dummies out there that don't understand that we're lucky to have Tommy Lloyd, and it bothers me, Rick Barons.
It bothers me as well. All these people who freak out at the second bad news. Oh, like the thing that my perfect example of this is when we didn't get who's the guy who went to Gonzaga?
Oh, Nemhard.
Yeah. That was the biggest freak out I've ever seen in my life over a transfer guy. And then Tommy turns around and gets Caleb Love, who turns out to be an all-time great Arizona player. So, I don't know. At this point, if you don't trust Tommy Lloyd, I just think that you're just a negative Nancy who always wants to look at the dark side of things. And if that's who you are, then maybe you shouldn't be a sports fan in general.
I would agree with that. Hey, where's that echo coming from? Is that Sheer?
Not me.
I don't know. I've got my AirPods in. I'm in a hotel room all by myself.
I don't know. It's weird. Rick Barons, you are the man, though. Very much appreciate you, Rick Barons. This is good. You're a natural. I can see where you're hanging out with P. Hoff and all the cool kids.
Oh, yeah. P. Hoff. Yeah. Me and P. Hoff go way back. JV basketball, my sophomore year, his freshman year.
What middle school did you go to? Like Emily Gray? What middle school did you go to?
I went to Desert Christian.
Oh, yeah. What was it? Do they have an elementary as well?
Yeah, it's actually pre-K through 12 now.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Desert Christian all the way through.
All right, man. Desert Christian, baby. Back the DC. So, all right, Rick Barron.
Back the Eagles.
Yeah, back the Eagles, baby. Yeah, Rick Barron, you're the man. Sheer, where can they find you doing your stuff?
WildcatAuthority.com and the Wildcat Scoop podcast. Shelby and I put up a new episode today.
Boom. Also, get out there and get Little Caesars today, everybody. Little Caesars, yummy, yummy in my tummy. LCFREECC. Make us look good. I will get Little Caesars as well. All right, hold on just a second here. I'm gonna try to end this on myself. Hold on. So this gonna be, all right, hold on. Hopefully nothing. No, intermission. Bomb going off or something. Hold on. Here we go. All right, watch it. All right. And we got Evan Nelson tomorrow. One, two, three. Oh.